Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. It's on today's video. We're finally back and we're finally at our new setup in our new house. So just bear with me whilst I sort out the background. You know, everything's gonna be brand new, but what also is brand new is these hypercharges. So we're gonna be testing out these 3 hypercharges for the first time. I've got a feeling a couple of these are going to be pretty broken. The Griff one and the Amber one, I'm very, very scared about. The Willow one, I'm not too sure whether that's even going to make an impact on the meta. But if you're thinking about buying any of these hypercharges or anything in the shop, Wasabi powers, whatever, make sure you're using a credit code SPEN. We're greatly appreciated. So yeah, we'll be testing these out, playing a few games of them, also on my second channel as well, and also on stream later today, just to see whether it's actually worthwhile buying these with gems, whatever else. But again, I've got a really good feeling that Amber and Griff are going to be broken. So let's jump into it. Alright guys, so testing out the first hypercharge, which is going to be Griff. So this is the one I'm most scared for / excited for, because Griff has gone down a lot in the meta. There was only a brief time where the meta was really wonky, like a couple of months ago, where Griff actually started to become very meta. Then a bunch of brawlers got nerfed and he just indirectly got a lot worse. So he's been struggling for a little while now. So I'm using star power that allows me to shoot a bit quicker, because I want to farm as much hypercharge as possible. I'm not playing hot zone or control mode, so I don't need business resilience in this setting. I'm going to use the health gear though. It's going to really pair well with a brawler like Griff. Let's see if we can scout out his Tara. It's all about farming my hypercharge. I'm not necessarily trying to win the game here. I'm trying to just farm hypercharge and see how many I can get. So with the Griff hypercharge, it takes roughly, I think, 3.3 supers to get, which is actually one of the more slower hypercharges, which is fair enough because the hypercharge itself seems pretty broken. I'm glad it's not like 2 supers or anything like that. So I'm just going to super this Primo here, and we're looking to already get our first hypercharge, which is pretty decent. We're only facing off against 1 tank, so you can see already. I think that probably the biggest downside is with this hypercharge, at least it doubles in banknotes, so it's going to help with extra damage even if the map is open up, because of course with Griff the map is going to be very open. So the Primo's going to jump in behind him. I'm actually going to save my hypercharge and wait for them to kind of group up. So I'm going to pop it here, try and see if we can get the double notes through the wall, which just absolutely shred through the Primo. It wasn't anything like completely game breaking, but you could just see how impactful it can be. I think the one really good thing about this, of course, is the maps with unbreakable walls. Those maps aren't actually that good for Griff, right? Because you can't open up the map. But now with the hypercharge, it doesn't seem as bad anymore. So we're going to be able to save this, but washed me. I can't defend that. So we've got 1 hypercharge in 1 minute 30, which isn't the end of the world. Let's try and cycle on this El Primo. That wasn't the best of supers there. Getting nice from our El Primo there. There's going to jump in. Right, another super going down. Hopefully my teammates don't score, because I want to prolong this, please. Okay, yeah, Primo misses. Shock. I actually thought he got that in. To be fair, the Brawl ball shooting, whatever it's called, aim is really messed up. So yeah, I don't really blame the Primo too much. Okay, there Primo has super here. He's going to jump into our B. He's going to heal up here. Try and wait for my hypercharge again. Come on, Max, get closer. There we go. We got a hypercharge super time to make it work, and the overtime is about to be absolutely disgusting. So I want a team wipe with this. Let's see how good it is in an open scenario. It doesn't increase in range or anything, so let's just pop hypercharge here. We're going to try and farm it on the Primo, and oh my god, it's busted. It's broken. It's broken. It's completely broken. It takes a little while to get charged up, but that is busted. It's just a team wipe machine, even in an open map scenario. And that was the thing. I was like, okay, maybe because of the fact that it shoots through walls, maybe the biggest weakness is it's not going to be that good in the open. But it just wrecks everything. Wow. Okay, let's test out this hypercharge again. This could be really broken, guys. All right, guys, jumping into the second game, testing out this Griff hypercharge. So I wanted to try it out in a different game mode, but then I realized the Wasabi event's just taken over every single game mode I want to play on. So unfortunately, I want to try it out at least on like gem grab or something like that. Let's see if we can score here. Doubt we can score. We probably put that in against the boss, but it doesn't really matter, because I'm not really trying to win the game here. I'm trying to farm my hypercharges without throwing, if you get what I mean. So I'm just gonna not try my hardest to score, but try my hardest to kill everything in my path. So luckily they've got 2 tanks there. I've already got my hypercharge up. I'm gonna pass this over to BB. Here you go, BB. Here you go, BB. You go try and score. Oh well, the Frank's gonna score anyway. Okay, right, we've got a hypercharge. All is good. All is good. Right, hypercharge time. Let's pop this. See how much damage we can do. Another hypercharge cycle. Oh my, there's a third one. Oh, okay. Yeah, this might be broken. I think the biggest drawback with this is that it might take a little while to charge up. especially as Griff's main attack isn't the best, and that's why he hasn't been better for a while, because the main attack is a little bit too inconsistent. But once you get it, it's just a team wipe machine for a war. Yeah, this is broken. I think Griff could honestly be one of the best brawlers in the game now because of his hypercharge. Really, I'm thinking S tier straight away. Okay, I don't want to overreact, but when a hypercharge is this good, I'm thinking S tier, just like Kenji. So yeah, that's going to be Griff's. I definitely recommend buying this one. After just a couple of games, I could just tell it's absolutely busted. Let's jump into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into the second hypercharge, going to be testing out. It is Amber's hypercharge. So with Amber's hypercharge super, it throws out a massive puddle. Yeah, you know, it's gigantic. It's so big. You cannot miss your super. I mean, I hope so anyway. I say that about a lot of supers and I end up missing them still. But yeah, Amber, this one's going to be scary. I predicted easily, I think, with the Brawl talk that Amber would definitely be an S tier brawler with this hypercharge. It looks so busted. The biggest drawback is definitely that it takes, I think, around 4 supers to get. So that could be like a massive negative. That is a long time. Anything like above, I'd say 3.5, 4. It's pretty hard to get in a game, but Amber, she's such a good brawler in the meta. I think it's just going to elevate her to a whole new level. So the super is still burning Lily in her shadow realm, which is hilarious. Should be able to get a lot of supercharge there. I want to farm these guys as much as possible. All right, what have we got? The first goal. We're 45 seconds in, and how much supercharge have we got? Okay, we've got about 2/3, which isn't worst against 3 tanks, essentially. All right, we've set the Frank on fire there. Just be careful, don't get stunned. Okay, Rico's going to get stunned. I'm just going to pop Gadget here to try and help me out a little bit. Okay, another super. That's going to help on the Lily and the BB. I'm going to corner it just because I want to try and get some value out of his hypercharge super. So here we go. The hypercharge super is just going to be completely and utterly busted. Let's see if we can get like a team wipe with this. So I'm going to pop hypercharge here. That's going to set the BB and the Frank on fire. And wow, I've got another super from that. And it can just one-shot so much. It's just going to be great. Imagine the hot zone with the mythic gear. It's going to be completely busted. Right, let's pop my super down now. Let's try and farm another hypercharge from these guys. Yeah, Frank, come on. Give me as much supercharge as possible here. Another super. Oh, Validity goes invisible again. That is unfortunate. Okay, Frank's going to try and guess where I am here. And completely fail. And we're close to another hypercharge here, so I'm gonna... Oh no, I missed past it by accident. Let me farm some hypercharge. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, so close to hypercharge. Right, there we go. Hypercharge super time. Let's pop this down. Let's see if we can get... Okay, we didn't get the Lily as well, but look at the amount of damage I'm about to do to the Frank. Lily does take me down, and this hypercharge is busted. It's not going to be like as satisfying as other ones, but over time it just deals so much damage. And just imagine, again, in hot zone, you throw out this hypercharge super, you just get like a team wipe because the whole enemy is on the hot zone, and of course the damage boost you get on top of it. It's just so broken, guys. With yeah, that's trying to. All right, guys, jumping into the second game, testing out this Amber hypercharge. So this is probably going to be a more difficult game to get my hypercharge super from, but it is a good indication to see whether I can even farm one in a game. So yeah, I was trying to think like where else Amber could be good on, but she's only really good well, she's good everywhere except for knockout and bounty. That's the thing with Amber, she's so consistent, and in draft whenever she's meta, there's hardly any like true counters to her, to be honest. I mean, the only counters I can think of really are like snipers on more longer range maps, but still she's not the complete worst against snipers because she's got a decent amount of HP. So like with some good jukes and a couple of missed shots, she can easily still get up the map. So there we go, set both of these guys on fire. There's going to be a lot of supercharge gained back. We're going to pop this ball forward for Jackie. Should be able to get a bit more damage on the Surge. I'm just going to set this straight away on fire. Another double super there. And we should be able to kill the Surge as well. I'm hoping I can pass this off to the Jackie and get only a little bit more hypercharge. So let's see. We really popped off here in the first minute. And we've not even got our hypercharge, but we're close to it. Here we go. Hypercharge super time. I'm hoping my teammates get destroyed here, so we can get more value out of our hypercharge. There we go. I'm such a bad teammate, guys. Don't do what I'm doing. Okay. M's in a good position, but Jackie's got hypercharge super. Let's see what she does with that. Okay, hypercharge super time. Let's see if we can get a team wipe here. Okay, we get the M's and the Clancy and the Surge in the end. He ran into it, and look, it's just an automatic team wipe, guys. I don't even need to test this out anymore. It is completely busted. Again, the biggest drawback is that it takes a little while to get, but when a hypercharge is this busted, it's just absolutely, again, Amber S tier. I can't see another a world where Amber is an S tier. In this meta, when there's not a lot of like broken things, I could just have seen her easily be one of the best brawlers in the game. So Griff and Ambers, definitely buy, guys. Let's test out Willow's now. Okay, so now testing out the final hypercharge out of the 3. It is Willow's hypercharge. So Willow's hypercharge, she will not be able to be like killed, removed from the super whilst using it. So it seems pretty good because that is a big weakness to Willow. But is it actually going to be that impactful? I don't know. We take the free kill off Kenji though to try and get up as much supercharge as possible. So you can see already I'm close to, well, I think it's about 3 supers to get this hypercharge. Let's see here. Okay, I shouldn't have popped the gadget there. See if I can save myself a little bit here. Can that kill me? Okay, that... What was that interaction? I'm so confused right now, but it doesn't matter. We've got a lot of supercharge. I'm just trying to farm as many hypercharges as possible here. So with Willow, I bet a lot of Willow mains are like, why does Spen never even mention this brawler? She's got to be one of the most unloved, forgotten brawlers ever since the release, which I feel bad because she had a big potential. Remember when she came out in Brawl Talk? Well, when Brawl Talk happened, and everyone was like, whoa, mind control, this looks so cool. But then, I don't know, just kind of been forgotten. There's too many bugs, etc. Hoping Willow gets a little bit of love in the future once all of these million bugs have been fixed. So I think it takes about 3 supers to get, which actually is quite long for Willow. She will struggle to get multiple supers in the game. So now, oh, okay, that hypercharge super just completely wrecked me and wrecked everybody on our team. See if I can defend this in time. I haven't got the other gadget, so I can't. I could maybe have supered him there, but I didn't want to waste my hypercharge super. I could have definitely supered him there, but here we go. Hypercharge super time. I'm just going to run straight into the Kenji here. And I know I can't be effective whatsoever. I just, again, like, I mean, it's kind of helped there, for example. And then I use my gadget for more sustain, but I don't know. I just don't really know how to feel about that, guys. Anyway, it wasn't the best example, but you can see Tara tried to kill me. She couldn't do anything about that. That was probably one of the best examples I could get, to be honest, in my first game. But let's try another. All right, guys, jumping into the final game here, testing out the Willow's hypercharge. So yeah, I just don't think it's going to make the biggest impact in the meta. I just don't think the hypercharge super is that fancy. And throwers aren't particularly great in this meta. You know, like Barley and all of these other brawlers aren't really as good as they used to be. And with no hot zone in the rank rotation, I don't see her being that good in ranked. Maybe she's a bit better in competitive. I think she'd be more of a like, she's always been better in competitive and ranked or in the casuals' eyes, just because, like, she's at least not as vulnerable to assassins. Because you just do this. Like, for example, if anyone wants to get close to you, you can just super them, make them run away, etc. So it can be hard once you get going with your super cycling for assassin to deal with you. So she'll be able to take down that Rico there. And can we walk this in? Potentially we can. Nice, there we go. Okay, so with this hypercharge, 3 supers to get, which actually is pretty hard to cycle as a Willow, in my opinion. Just from experience, our supers aren't the easiest things to charge in the world. I'm not going to use my super here because there's just no point. I'm pretty much going to die anyways from the Rico or something like that. Nice, teammates able to defend that. Maybe the counter attack will be good to us. Okay, this more just going to die as well. Hypercharge time, right. So again, I don't want to use it at maximum range, right? I don't think the brawlers who are mind control get a stat boost. So what you probably want to do with Willow actually is use the hypercharge first and then mind control as late as possible. So that's what we're going to do here. Some extra stats, and then we're going to take over the Lumi. Can we get the killing time? Yes, we can. Some good spam there. My teammates, have we got the ball here? Oh, go, 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 go. See if Surge can score. We're going to pass it up because I know he wants to jump in there. I know, look at it. Like, that's just a perfect opportunity to jump in. That should be Lumi dead, and that should be Mortis dead as well. And there we go. So I think it has some decent potential. It's nothing like game breaking. It's actually one of the weaker hypercharges out of the new ones and out of all the throwers as well. But at least it's not as bad as, like, I don't know, Sprout's hypercharge or something like that. I think it'll be a lot easier to charge up than some of the other throwers as well. So it's decent. I think I'd definitely recommend getting the Amber and Griff one straight away. It's some of the most broken hypercharges in the game. Willow's is just meh. I mean, you can get it and just try it out, and maybe it's probably a bit better than I imagine. I don't imagine it being that good. But yeah, Griff and Amber's absolutely broken. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.